Let's quickly talk about Canva, which is one of the tools that helps make a lot of people's social media content. We use it a lot. We, in fact, actually tried to move our entire production process over to Canva. I'll share how that went in a bit. But this all starts last week when we got an email out of the blue from Canva letting us know that there were going to be some pricing changes. And we go, okay, well, they're probably going to raise it, maybe 10, 15, 20, 30%. No, 91.67%. We're going from $120 a month for 5 users in the Philippines to over $230 a month. So almost a 100% increase. And what's crazy is apparently that's not that bad, because according to The Verge, there's some people who've seen a 300% increase in their Canva subscription. Now, what's nice here is there are some new features, and that's kind of why Canva's saying they need 300% more money, apparently. But they did at least let people know that we all get a 40% discount over the coming year. So we're going to only see a 60% price increase in the coming year, and then after that, we'll see the remaining, 40% increase. So very nice of them. Now, as someone who's been using Canva for, I don't know, at least half a decade now, I really do like it. And I think if they just made a couple of minor tweaks, I would actually be okay with a 200% price increase. Because as I mentioned earlier, we actually tried to move our operations in terms of all of our content production for YouTube videos over to Canva, and there was some good but mostly bad. We're still stuck using Canva plus Google Drive, plus DaVinci or Camtasia or whatever else, whatever other tools people on the team like to use to create the content. So there is a quick little list here of things that I think Canva needs in order to go from charging, what is it now, $25 per user per month to, say, $50, and it actually be justified. So number one, let us edit large files. You pretty much forget about uploading anything 4K. The file limits are prohibitively small. You can't edit a video that's more than an hour. And when you upload images, there's no links, which you go like, well, what's the big deal of that? Well, if you have a big content outline and you want to tell other people on your team which images to use when or where when they're editing, you need a link. They need to be able to click the link and go to it, right? Every other file sharing system gives you a link that you can share with people on Basecamp, Asana, Trello, or whatever project management, or heck, even in an email, right? Now, the other thing that really was prohibitive for us was the fact that when we started making content outlines inside of Canva, as you can see, this is for a upcoming Google Ads tutorial. It's just one really long page. There's no doc outline like there is in Google Docs. And so we essentially had to make a doc for each section. Otherwise, 30, 40 pages, that's a lot to scroll through here. And the other problem we started to notice too is Canva does have a limit to how many slides you can have. So as an example, if we hop over here, you can see we have a couple of slides here. But even in examples where we only have a couple, like for example, this one, we only have 12 slides. I literally can't add any more slides because Canva runs out of memory. And essentially it comes down to these little graphics here because we individually, build a mock-up of like a YouTube video or a Instagram post, and then we want to use it in a funnel diagram. Well, because there's so many elements inside of the layers of the funnel diagram, you literally can't make any more. So we wind up having to export this as a PNG, and then inside of whatever video editing software we're using, we have to essentially layer on the images because we can't just export it directly from Canva, which on the one hand, I know is a pretty niche problem, but on the other hand, Google Slides can handle our graphics just fine. So if Google Slides can do something that Canva can't, I think Canva has a little way to go. But if Canva can get us to a point where we can actually record, edit and, export a hour-long tutorial, heck, just on Google Ads or some screen capture, then I think it would be well worth, upwards of $50 a month per user if they decide to go that route. But for now, they're charging us a bunch of AI tools that arguably I just don't see any value in.